Hello! So today I'm going to be talking about Happy Hour by Marlowe Granados. A coming-of-age story based around themes of ambition, love, race, gender, friendship and class in modern society. The novel is based around two friends, Issa and Gala. They are both 21 years old and have just moved to New York for the summer. This book has next to no plot. It's just two women trying to survive and thrive their summer in New York City. They have to hustle to make rent and keep up a lifestyle that is befitting of what has been sold as the New York dream. Imagine having next to no money but trying to live the lifestyle that Carrie from Sex and the City has. That's what Issa and Gala are trying to achieve with their summer. Now before we carry on with this review, I'm just going to get my really big issue out of the way. No 21-year-old is like Issa and Gala. No 21-year-old speaks like them, acts like them, is as smart as they are, or can read people the way they do. If we were talking about two women in their late 20s, I don't know, like 27 to 29 sort of age, then I would have bought it, but I could not take this book seriously to start because 21-year-olds do not act like this. They don't exist. They just don't. Now, I have been working in higher education since 2009, and I have met hundreds of confident, incredibly smart 21-year-olds, fearless 21-year-olds, but I have never met any as confident and as fearless and as smart or as good at reading people as Issa and Gala. And that's not to say that these two characters are painting out to be geniuses, far from it. They do say and do really stupid things that are really fitting of a 21-year-old. The way they act, how much they lust for nightlife, is very fitting of a 21-year-old, but it is the way that they read people. It is the way that they crash social circles and the way that they can manipulate the people around them that just 21-year-olds aren't that smart. 21-year-olds don't understand people in their late 20s, people in their mid-30s, people in their 40s or people in their 50s as well as these two do. And I just didn't buy it. From my life experiences, I would say that the way these characters are written, they're like, at the very least, like 27 years old. And just so you know, I am more than happy to be wrong. You may have read this book and be thinking, no, I've met loads of 21-year-olds who are as smart as these two, or who can manipulate people of different ages and different social circles and different class backgrounds the way that these two do. But in my experiences, just 21-year-olds aren't that mature enough to be able to do it. Anyway, sorry for that rant. So, in order to get through this novel, I had to reset my brain, and I just imagined for the rest of the book that they were around 26, 27 years old. It just made my life easier. I have this thing about like 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, reading like 30-year-olds, and it just really bugs me. And unless I can sort of switch my brain, I'm never going to be able to go along for the ride. So, yeah. I just imagined they were around 26, 27 years old, and I had a better time. As there is next to no plot, I can't really tell you much more than I have already told you. But to reiterate, these two characters, they have to hustle. They meet interesting people, they fight, they find lovers, and they worry about paying rent. They worry about paying rent a lot. The book does a really good job of showing how much they have to hustle to keep up the lifestyle they both want. They really have to use their charm to achieve. So, what did I like? What didn't I like? What I liked. It's written in a really fun, witty way, and the pacing is just excellent. And even though there's next to no plot, it doesn't really matter, because it was really fun just watching these two women navigating New York and its varying social circles. It's a fun novel that embraces that energy, that party atmosphere. It really embraces the idea of two people just wanting to have as much fun as possible. I liked how much it zeroed in on the stress of friendship, but also the stress of friendship when money's involved, how stressful it can be to make rent. Those two elements were extremely relatable. When I think back to my 20s, that stress of trying to make rent, or trying to go out when you had next to no money, or trying to go out when you had next to no money, but just seeing what happens, I found the book handled those things really well. And my final like is that it did a really good job of bringing New York to life. So, what didn't I like? Now, my list of dislikes I don't think are really the book's fault, because I don't think the book was trying to be more than what it actually was. I think I was just expecting it to be more than it was. Now, for a book with next to no plot, I was really hoping the characters would have a lot more depth. Now, they do have depth to them, but it just didn't push anywhere near as far as I would have liked. A comparison that comes to mind is My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which has a similar kind of page count and is also very light on plot. But that book just speaks about life, being alive in your 20s, and dissecting its nameless protagonist in such a layered way that lack of plot did not matter. But in the case of Happy Hour, it's just not quite as justified as I would have liked. And my final dislike is that the book just falls a bit flat. It does everything it sets out to do, and it's fun, and it dips its toe into a variety of issues like race and class, but it never really allows us enough space for those ideas to manifest. It just ended, and I was like, oh, okay. I think I came into this book expecting it to be something more than it is. I was expecting it to be something like My Year of Rest and Relaxation, for instance. I thought it was going to be more thoughtful, more examination of life and being a 20-year-old in New York City and struggling to survive, and how class and politics determines everything in the way that you can achieve. But really, it's just a fun summer read. It's a beach read. It's fun. It's about two girls going out, striving, surviving, partying, and having fun, and a few of the issues and clashes that come up along the way. But it achieves everything it sets out to do as a fun summer read, as a beach read. But I just expected something a little bit more substance. So there you go, that's my thoughts and feelings on Happy Hour. Have you read this book? What did you think about it? I'm going to give it 2.5 stars out of 5. I can totally understand why people would really enjoy this if they're going on holiday and they just want something fun and easygoing to read whilst you're by the pool or you're on the beach or wherever you might holiday. But if you're looking for something with just a little bit more to it, a bit more of a character study, then I would say this one probably isn't for you. There are better options out there. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you all on the next one.